Hello, hello. Is that Tina? Are you still in here? Welcome in. You made it on time. You made it early, actually. Thank you. This is just going to be time for tea today. I didn't have time to record it yesterday. It was another crazy weekend, an even crazier day at work today. So hopefully some more folks will come in and enjoy some tea with me today. It's brewing. The mug is really hot. Yes. And I figure while people maybe hopefully start to trickle in, there's some crochet involved too. Apparently, I've been kind of obsessed with making soap sacks. Hello, Miss Lisa. Soap sacks. Look, they're still here. They're still around. Actually, two of them have disappeared for other people already. And I changed my design. They're no longer round bottom. They're square bottom, rectangular bottom. So there you go. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Tammy. Welcome in, everybody. It is a time for tea kind of day. I don't know about where you are right now, but here in Northeast Georgia, it is raining with the occasional thunderstorm, which scares the cat boy. He's afraid of the thunder monster. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, thank you for coming in and saying hi. I really appreciate you coming in. I love when everybody comes in. Now, Lisa, if they're square bottomed, it makes it a little bit more difficult for that to be a true thing. This one doesn't have the handle in it yet. This one has a handle. This is a small one that I made, really small, for like hotel size soap. A lot of times that's what gets given to the homeless folks, to those suffering from homelessness. And this might be an easy way to use it and get to lather up with it. And then when you're done, it's done, and you can just stick another one in there. So I decided to do some of that. Anyhow, the tea is brewing. The timer's about to go off. I was looking for it over there because I always time my brews there. Let's talk about some tea while everybody's coming in. Yeah, it's just raining and yucky out there, but you know what? I will take it compared to yesterday. Yesterday was sunny and bright, which is fantastic. Only it was like over 90 degrees. We don't have AC in the car because, car, there's the timer. Um, and we had to drive quite a ways yesterday. So by the time, we're like stopped and bought lots of beverages because we're like getting all dehydrated just driving, to go shopping someplace. Living in the South. Yay. Anyhow, the tea. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I cannot get over it. Yes, that was the beep of the timer for my brew, so that I know roughly how long it's done. This came in my SipsBy box. This is a subscription that I pay for that I absolutely adore. It's a lot of fun. It's a tea subscription, and I get 4 different teas a month. Now, I don't know where I have gone and put my description card. That's okay. We'll just wing it on this one. I'm having a day, let me tell you. This is Organic India Tulsi Focus. I'm hoping it helps me focus because it has been a crazy day at work and I really need it. This says hibiscus cinnamon, mental clarity, and cognitive support. I think for cognitive support today, I'll need like a pallet load of this and not just one. But, we'll see. Empowers small family farmers to cultivate regenerative organic farmland, bringing healthy, conscious living to the world with every cup of tea. All right. Brewing instructions: use 1 infusion bag. It's a tea bag, y'all. Per cup of just boiled water. Cover and steep for 5 to 10 minutes. That timer was 5, which is why I'm not rushing to take it out. It's got some time yet. Tea bags are made of unbleached biodegradable filter paper. That is awesome. But hibiscus cinnamon. The cinnamon, y'all, it smells so good. Oh, it's just delightful. I just want to smell it all day. I have my creamer over here in case I want to add some after a while. I have sweetener here, so we'll taste it that way. But while it's still steeping for a minute, I want to show you something else that's kind of in progress. Not exactly crochet, though. There are a group of us that are the Yarnivores, and we have something called the hashtag Yarnivores monthly theme. I don't think I have the link in this description, but you will see it. And you can also just put in hashtag Yarnivores monthly theme and you will find it. This is the start to my May Flowers project. It is some fabric. It is Mod Podge to styrofoam, which I just happen to have left over after delivery of something. It was in a box. We don't throw anything away. We use all the things. It's not done yet, obviously, and there's going to be something else on top of it. So, like I said, that is in progress. I was busy this weekend. Busy. What else have I forgotten up there? Nothing. Okay. Today is my official first day. Thank you. Yes, that fabric. You know what? I have had that fabric in my stash. Oh gosh, for at least 5 years. I've got a yarn stash, and I've got a craft supply stash, and I have a fabric stash, and I have a stash of sewing machines. It's a problem. It really is a problem. Hello, Miss Sabrina Melodus. Hello, Perp. My goodness. Oh, and of course, Lisa's making the barfy face because she doesn't like anything except for her biscuit tea. Mm-hmm. Well, we're not forcing it upon you, Lisa. Yeah, it's a problem. I have so many, like, you know what? The hubby laughs because he doesn't mind me bringing anything in, quite honestly. He doesn't fuss. But he says he's just glad that I have found a craft that I'm actually using the supplies of, because we have determined that collecting craft supplies and using them are two entirely different hobbies. So I got lots of hobbies. Ooh, coffee, like plain coffee. What you got? What kind of coffee do you have? I had some mocha macchiato this morning. That was my coffee. All right, I've got to start. Oh, my little clothespin there. Clear mug for those of y'all who request that. Not completely clear on this side. It does have a word on it. It says relax. So there you go. This tea is a little bit cloudy. Oh, it's also, the mug is very hot. So that's something interesting to note about it. It's a cloudy looking tea, much like a cloudy day today. All right, let's get this bag out of here. Just a gentle smoosh to get the excess water out. There's a plate here. Don't worry. I'm not just dumping it on the table. Although if I were, don't worry about it. You don't have to clean it up, do you? That would be me. Oh, smells delightful. Cinnamon and something else. I wish I knew what else was in there. Ooh, is that in here? My little card? Maybe it says on the card. I found the card. I put it right where I would, find it. Okay, here are the ingredients. And it says caffeine free. How can it be all about focus and all of that if there's no caffeine? Right? All right. Yes, I thought I smelled cardamom. This unique formulation of adaptogenic herbs and nootropic botanicals is infused with warm notes of cardamom and clove for delicious caffeine-free daily cognitive support. There's all kinds of stuff in there that I really can't pronounce, quite honestly, without tying my tongue into knots. But yeah, clove and cardamom. I knew there was something besides the cinnamon that was smelling really, really yummy. Yes, and it says there's hibiscus in there. But usually hibiscus turns things pink instead of, this tan color. All right, we're going to start it off the way I usually do, trying to cool it off a little so I don't burn my face off. Yeah, that's nice. I have a just cardamom tea that I've gotten at an Afghani restaurant. I had previously at an Afghani restaurant. And then I found it in a store and I was like, oh, I have to buy this. So I do have that sometimes too. So yes. PG tips. Huh? PG tips? I don't know what that is. Yum. All right. I'm going to try it with some sweetener, though, because that's what I do. I do like my stuff a little sweet because I apparently am not sweet enough. When I glanced at Perp's comment just now and it says, I got decaf Tetley, for some reason, my eyes did something weird with it. And I saw cat teefies. You know, little tiny teefies that cats have in the front. That's what I read the first time. I had to look at it again. In case you're wondering what kind of day I'm having today. No cat teefies tea, okay? All right, I put in there my generic thing of stevia. Came from Aldi. Hello, Sally. Didn't see you come in just now. Thank you. Thanks everybody for coming by for my little, live because I didn't do a video earlier thing. I will have to record my snacks around the world later on tonight for tomorrow because tomorrow at lunchtime I have to run to the polling place and not run. I mean drive. Let's be real, and go vote because tomorrow is a primary election here in Georgia in the U.S. Ooh, the sweetener just totally changes that. It brings up the cardamom more instead of the cinnamon, which is interesting because I expected there to be a stronger cinnamon note. Oh, peach. Okay. So you said PG tips. I was thinking like the ratings for movies and TV shows, PG. And I'm like, it's not that other kind of channel. We have to keep it PG here, right? It's YouTube lands. I usually like to have a sweetener. There are certain teas that I don't. And a lot of times when I go out, like to a Chinese restaurant or to any restaurant, really, I order unsweet tea. Sometimes I'll add a sweetener to it. Sometimes I won't. It just kind of depends on my mood. Now, time to add some French vanilla sugar-free creamer. Let's see what it does to the color. We have to watch it go around. Yes. Little blurb in there. I love to watch the clouds. Somebody should make a channel of just that, like over and over again in different liquids. I would watch that. I would. Yeah, I wish this one had caffeine, but it is supposed to help with mental clarity and focus. We will see, because today has already been a bear at work. I came in to just nonsense and dumbness. We have one person in the department who's been in the department for, I think, 20 or 30 years. And she still does not quite understand how to do a screenshot and to share an image. Our department has always been on computers. Yeah. In slow motion, just like over and over again with all different mugs. Somebody needs to get on that, make a channel. I'll watch it. I'll subscribe to it. I may even throw money at it, okay? Because that really would be relaxing. See the word relax? There you go. Hello, Maribel. Welcome in. Just a little time for tea with Deborah. The tea that I'm drinking, in case you just came in. Now, where did I put the blasted tea bag? Are you kidding me? Not the bag. The package. Oy vey. I'd lose my head if it weren't attached. Oh, there it is. Okay. Not my head, the packet. Today's tea is this one here. Tulsi Focus by Indian Organics, or Organic India, sorry. Hibiscus cinnamon for mental clarity and cognitive support, which I obviously need. It is quite yummy. And with the vanilla creamer, vanilla just changes the other flavors so nicely. So, and I know that looks very milky. I really didn't put that much in. It just changes the color. Ooh, Sally, I hadn't gotten the almond cookie tea yet. I love it. I love my SipsBy subscription. It has just been so much fun to try so many different teas. And I recently sent a whole bunch of them because it's hard to drink them all like before the end of the month. I sent a whole bunch of them, plus some other teas that I have, to a friend of mine. Hopefully she'll be using them in swaps and stuff because she doesn't have a SipsBy subscription. So there you go. Yes, vanilla, I've been told that I'm not exactly a vanilla person, but vanilla flavoring in things is wonderful. And if you love chocolate, chocolate doesn't taste right unless there's some vanilla in it. What do you think about that? Vanilla for everything. I hope I end up with the almond cookie tea. That just sounds lovely. What did you find? What did you found? Tina said, or maybe you're a little behind. You know that I found the packet. That's possible too. You never know. I would tell everyone to refresh, but it really doesn't matter. No rules here. My work day was so crazy today that I couldn't even play the game with Lisa this morning on her channel. She had her Monday Gaming Mayhem, and I almost always play. I try to play, even while working, because I want to win. There wasn't even time for that today. It was nuts. And besides, there was also the other things going on that everybody was drooling over. Lisa, you got some thirsty women in your lives. Yeah, I showed you that. And I showed you my little soap sacks, which are already disappearing. Made one for one person who requested it. And the hubby saw it and he was like, I want one. He says, but mine has to be bigger because he uses like some big block soap. I'm like, okay, will do. So apparently I'm making soap sacks for everyone. Oh, I was listening and was kind of watching, but good gravy, people. It's okay. I mean, he was kind of cute, but he wasn't all that. But it was fun to listen to everybody just totally lose it over it, Of course, we all have our preferences. Oh, you were watching too, Sabrina? Sesame Street heads on my squares. I don't think that's a medical condition, but you could get it checked out. I'm just saying. I said Jude Law built your bathroom and sent you kiss, kiss. Didn't he? Mm-hmm. Oh, sewing. Okay. I'm just imagining someone looking at their squares, saying, I see Sesame Street heads. Ooh. Yeah, that would be me. Oh, you're doing the Bag-A-Day blanket. Okay. I know a lot of people are doing that without the Sesame Street heads. They're just crocheting with their own yarn and going, okay, we'll follow along and do this because crochet alongs are fun. Mm-hmm. Don't let her deny it. She got mwah in a text. I don't think there was any physical kissing, but she was a piece of cheesecake at the time. Which it creeps me out. It's like, okay, is my head okay? What am I actually seeing here? Although 2 kisses, that's right. The cheesecake was not as disturbing as the blueberry. That blueberry just messed with my head. Hello, Jamie. Jamie's hooked. Welcome in. Your first time here. This is only my second time doing a tea live because my weekend was too crazy to record my tea video. Today, you're coming in a little bit after I've drunk half my tea already, which is surprising. But today's tea was from my SipsBy subscription. It is Tulsi Focus. Supposedly, it's going to help my mental clarity and cognitive ability. I don't see it working yet, but we'll have to see when I go back to work in a few minutes. Super Grover. My favorite, I don't think he's ever been on Sesame Street. My favorite Muppet is Animal. Animal the drummer. Love him. He is the thing for me. Because I grew up with Sesame Street, though. So you understand, I was born in 1970, which I think was the year Sesame Street came out. Maybe it came out the year before or the year after. But my mother, apparently, to keep me occupied when I was an infant, would prop me up in front of the TV, in front of Sesame Street, and in front of Star Trek. Knowing that should pretty much tell you everything you need to know about what's wrong up here. Or what's right up here. You learn a lot of good stuff on Sesame Street and Star Trek. Although I was always fascinated with Spock. Live long and prosper, And I am still a Star Trek nerd. Completely a Star Trek nerd. Mr. Snuffleupagus. You see, I couldn't jive with him because he was like imaginary and he was so slow. I guess I kind of more vibe with the franticness of Animal. Beat drum. I actually played drums for a little while. I've also played bass. I also played clarinet. So there's that. Yes, Statler and Waldorf. Now, Statler and Waldorf were sort of my grandfather's spirit animal. Because when I was growing up, I lived with my grandparents for a little while. And the Muppet Show would come on and he would watch because he thought that was great because Statler and Waldorf were on it. And yes, love those guys. I think that's where my snark came from. So it was around in 69 too? Wow, Lisa knows the Sesame Street song. See, Sesame Street was and still is awesome. I think because they try to, it's a safe space. It really is a safe space for little kids. You're welcome. It's inclusive. They have introduced characters that have various different abilities. There is a character who is on the autism spectrum. There is a character who uses crutches in a wheelchair. It's for everybody. So I really like it. And I wouldn't necessarily sit down and watch it now. I honestly don't have the attention span. I have to go zoom off and do something else. But I'm so glad that it's still around. And hopefully people are showing their kids that. Yes, Animal's my jam. Yeah, have you seen Animal and Dave Grohl have a drum battle? Now that is fun because Dave Grohl, he was the drummer in Nirvana and he's like the lead singer and guitar player in Foo Fighters now. But he has done drum battles with people, which is a lot of fun. And Dave Grohl, a lot of artists and stuff, they're just like, I'm better than you, blah, blah, blah. Dave Grohl is a cool guy. And look up his drum battle series with Nandi Bushnell. Nandi Bushnell is a young lady out of England, and she absolutely rocks. And I think she beat Dave Grohl in a drum battle. You need to check that out. So much fun. See, I'm random. I have this is my brain. Hello, all these things over here, over there. I have plants over there. Boom, I need to replant that I haven't done yet. Yeah. That's why while I'm working, I usually have videos going and I'm answering work questions from people constantly. I just can't do one thing. Not at one time. But yes, Statler and Waldorf. Statler and Waldorf could have their own show. Did any of y'all see the new Muppet Show that came out a few years ago, but it was like a redone one? That was fun. If you haven't, go back and check it out. The peppermint Tulsi tea? Ooh, I haven't had that one. Haven't tried that one yet. It's weird. It left a little brown spot at the bottom of my mug. I don't like little brown spots left places random, Oh, yeah. Went to Walmart yesterday. And I think I have mentioned to some of y'all that I love these little school supply scissors. I had the bag next to me, which is what reminded me. These are in the school supply section. They come with a little cap so that you don't poke holes in your project bag or in your hand when you're reaching in to find your scissors. I bought like 6 more pair of these because they're less than $2 a pair to put in more of my project bags. I am sick and tired of grabbing a project bag to sit in the car and do stuff with while we go someplace. And I don't have a pair of scissors. I got tired of that. I got plenty of these. Now they're school supply scissors. They are not going to do the fancy cutting or anything like that. It says cuts all classroom materials. Well, one of those classroom materials apparently is yarn because it does just fine for what we do with crochet. Wouldn't try it for fussy cutting or anything, but yeah, that. Well, it does. You can't just be sick. I'm sick and tired. But you want to tick off your mama or somebody when they start to say it, you finish it for them. It'll probably get you a backhand or maybe a sandal, depending on the family. You might get a sandal upside the head. Yeah, or a chocla. She grabs off that chocla and just throws it across the room and hits you. So you know. Mm. Did a happy dance yesterday. Hubby and I, actually, one of the reasons that we were in the car, we decided to go get a bite to eat. And there is a really good Chinese, and I use that term loosely because it's just generic Asian buffet in Anderson, South Carolina. And they always have somebody there that does sushi. And it's fresh made. I mean, they're making it as you're going up there and getting it. So it's good stuff. So I got to have some sushi yesterday. That made my belly happy. Joe, welcome in. You're working, murking, and lurking. You're a gherkin. You're in the pickle jar, as Lisa says. And by the way, Joe, with all that stuff that you're growing, are you going to pickle any of it? Do you pickle your cucumbers, or you just, have fresh cucumbers all the time? Because I love pickles and I love cucumbers. I love veggies, Yeah. Yeah, he went there. He went there, Lisa. You had sushi today? Awesome. I love my sushi. I love my sashimi. I love food. But let's be real. There's not much food that I don't like or I won't at least try. Oh my goodness. I have no idea what's for dinner tonight, though. Hopefully something easy, because I know Mondays for me don't usually end until after 9. Sorry to say. I start work at 7 in the morning. They usually last a long time because Mondays are just insane, especially when I was off the Friday before, because I have to make up for all of that. Well, good. When you start pickling, I want to see how. Somebody has to show me how to make dill pickles. Hopefully an easy way without all that weird canning thing, because I don't know how to do any of that. My grandmother did. She didn't pass any knowledge down to me that way. Okay. But yeah. All right. Oh, and it's starting to rain again. If you're in Northeast Georgia, put your windows up because, yeah, it's raining out there. At least it's not thundering at the moment, but I'm glad. It is only 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And I don't remember what that is in Celsius. Hang on. I will tell you. I should be remembering these already, but I just don't. 70 F to C. It's about 21 degrees Celsius. So it's nice. When this ends, going to have German salami and tomato on homemade bread. I'm kind of jealous because I'm not getting any lunch today. See, I love Genoa salami. I don't know what German salami tastes like. I know what German bologna tastes like, and I love it too. But yes. That's late. It's 6. Oh, you're in Kansas. Okay, Lisa. The Grammy scattered, not the Lisa that's over in England. Yeah, 63. I'll take it. It was so hot yesterday. It's just a relief. It's a relief for the AC in the house too. Yes, I have air conditioning in the house. I think I would die without it. I just can't. I'm too much insulation to deal with the heat. Well, as far as this ending, we are coming up on 30 minutes. I do want to thank everybody again for coming by. Always fun for me to get to see folks virtually, through the doobly-doo there, and have a little chat and have some tea. Bread and butter jalapenos. Ooh, that sounds interesting. To look into that. But I've got to get back to work in a couple of minutes. So Thank you for coming by. Like I said, tomorrow's will definitely be pre-recorded, despite my best efforts to put it off because I have to go vote. So I will see you guys very, very soon. See you at the next Everybody Else's live. I missed Joe's live last night because I was out. So sorry. My name was probably drawn 50 times because I missed it. But I will see you guys very soon. Thank you for coming by. Love y'all. Bye.